You found the loophole, and I understand that's what you're good at, but let's... Piercing. Maybe that's the teaser today. Ooh, actually, you know what it is? It's s'mores. Hey everyone, David C. Anderson here, coming at you from the KnifeCenter. Still here, still got it, and still showing you the coolest new knives that have hit our shelves every week on Thursdays. Shall we start with a cool knife? Thomas, behind the camera, what do you say?
It's in the title.
New exclusive time, and we are very excited about this, especially since it happens to coincide with a big video game leak that happened earlier today, or reveal, whatever.
Time illusion.
That we didn't plan for these to launch on the same day, but it turned out pretty nicely. Raccoon TiSlim are Vice City Sunset anodization with MagnaCut steel. First time MagnaCut has been available on this particular model, and it is the ever popular TiSlim. Look at how narrow that is when you want to slide it into your pocket. It just sits super, super flat, no unnecessary bulk, but still just enough to get a good grip on for your average generic daily tasks. This is not a heavy-duty, heavy-using knife, but it is built rather strongly for its size. You're just not going to chop down trees with it. Are you?
Saplings.
Someone out there is going to do it. I guess, yeah, anyway. Super, super cool. You got the purple to gold fade going on, and the thumb studs match that aesthetic. Gold colored thumb studs with the purple rings. You've got a milled titanium pocket clip, which is of course reversible. The whole knife is quite ambidextrous for left or right-handed use. It's the Raccoon TiSlim. It's been very popular for very good reason. Price on this is $219. And for that, you're getting, I'm just checking the other steels. You can get 154 cm or S35 VN on the other standard models, but nothing with the extra toughness as well as the high-performing edge of MagnaCut right there. Very, very cool. I love the drop point shape. It's going to work great for everyday tasks. It's a very universal shape that works broadly well across pretty much any task you can think of. And it's thin with a high flat grind. It is slicey. Need more grip? Do it. Just grab up right there. There's plenty of extra grip on that. So even if you have large hands, you can get a full grip on this knife when you need to, and yet it disappears in the pocket when you aren't using it, which is most of the time. Let's be honest. If you're using the knife more than carrying it, well, I don't want to know what your profession is or hobby.
Desk knife.
Well, you found the loophole, and I understand that's what you're good at, but let's... Don't worry about it.
Tax attorney.
Another new MagnaCut knife, first time MagnaCut is appearing on a particular model. The Wii knife version of the Elementum dropped this week. Price on this is $185. You've got a 3-inch MagnaCut blade. Similar things I can say about the blade on the Raccoon TiSlim can be applied to the Elementum here, just a little bit shorter. You're 3 1/4 inch on the Raccoon and just under 3 inches on the Elementum, and you do indeed get a little bit similar reduction in usable edge between the two. You also don't get the finger-safe locking capabilities of the crossbar lock. On the Raccoon, you have a frame lock instead. Some people like the sturdy feel of a frame lock, but it is a right-hand facing lock. But you do get nice flipping action as a result because you can tune a frame lock to flip oh so well. Titanium for the handles, titanium pocket clip, and my favorite part of it though, steel besides, that's, steel is one thing, but it's the sort of topographic milling on the G10. And as such, the handle itself is not exactly as flat as the other versions of the Wii Elementum have been, which have felt kind of blocky, not like overly so, but definitely in comparison to this. This feels a little more slimmed down, and you get a low point here and here, which means you actually have contour to the handle this way, which I'm a big fan of. Feels very good in the hand. It's going to carry nice and slim in the pocket as well. Not quite as slim as the Raccoon, but hey, quite slim indeed, and a very neutral handle shape on the Elementum, which has lent itself to being useful to a broad range of hand sizes as well. It has been brought to my attention that I may have referred to this titanium handle on the Wii Elementum as G10.
You did.
Please insert this right after that whenever you get to the edit.
Maybe up front.
Maybe that's the teaser today. If you don't want to spend $185 though, we've got a new CIVIVI version. CIVIVI, of course, is where the Elementum got its start back in the day. This is a new about $74 version with novelty fun time happy scales. TM, no, not TM. It's got, how do you describe this? A little ball bearing maze built into the handles, and you can get it in clear or yellow translucent acrylic right here, and you can like walk that little ball around. Can you hear it?
A whole different fidget factor.
It is indeed. Use responsibly. I will say that. You still get the great flipping action the Elementum is known for, even in liner lock form. A little bit more thickness to the handles than the Wii version that we just looked at, of course, because you got to make room for that maze track on the inside. Nitro V steel with a cool kind of faux hammered finish here. It's actually ground in, but it gets that cool primitive look going on with it. Hollow grind on this. Ooh, that's a difference on the Wii version. You've got a full or a high flat grind on the Wii, whereas almost all, if not all, the CIVIVI versions have been hollow ground up to this point. Nitro V, of course, is not going to hold an edge like your MagnaCut, but it is a very tough steel. Should be even tougher than MagnaCut if done well, which is good on a very thin edge, like what CIVIVI gives you right here. Like most Elementums, it also has a single-sided pocket clip, which is folded and deep carry. Actually, the Wii version, I forgot to mention this, actually does have a reversible pocket clip. So you could use that on either side, which is a nice thing. All right, next up from CIVIVI, we've got a new version of the Purr, the rather feline, when closed, looking knife right here. Combination of orange and black G10 with a white G10 inlay, with a fob at the back to give yourself a little extra gripping length, because this is, as you can see, the whole handle is only about 3 fingers width, based on my slightly larger than average hands. And you got a Nitro V blade, just under 2 inches, modified Wharncliffe shape. That's what I'm going with, even though the website says something else.
I don't have my soundboard right now.
You don't have your team reverse Tonto shirt on either. So this is a non-locking knife. It's got that double detent style of mechanism that holds it in the open position, but it's not super tight like some traditional slip joints can be. The advantage of this type of blade shape with that type of locking mechanism is when you're using that tip rather aggressively, the direction of the force is kind of pushing it further into the open position. So it is less likely to accidentally slip and close on you. But being that it is a non-locking knife, exercise care when cutting. Exercise care when cutting with any tool, but especially with a non-locking tool. Wire pocket clip, deep carry, reversible, whole 9 yards, the Purr. Next up from CIVIVI, and then I'm going to have some more Wii, CIVIVI, and Sencut stuff there at the end, but we have the Pulsara utility blade knife. Coming in just under $60, and it is another entry into the growing ranks of EDC-styled, pocket knife-styled, modern EDC pocket knife-styled utility blade holding knives. We happy with that? Aluminum for the handles. Several flavors are available. This is the cinnamon flavored version, of course. And you've got the replaceable blade here as well, as it says in the title. And it's not the kind where half is covered and you can kind of flip it around when the edge gets dull. Instead, they allow you to take full advantage of as much length of that edge as you can. Once you've used it up, pop a new blade in. Where this differs from the Elementum utility knife that they have done in the past is this no longer requires a Torx driver to change the blade. This is a toolless blade swap, and it is one of the easiest ones out there. You've got a lever here on the back that is spring-loaded. You simply hold that in the open position and watch that little half moon type of thing there. That is what's actually holding the blade in place, combined with the brackets here. Brackets is not the right word, but I think you know what I mean. Just simply hold that open and you can lift that right out. Then it slides under the holder there, let go of the switch, and holds it in place there at the back. I really like the way this is executed. Tell me what you think down below, of course. For lock strength, you got a plunge style button lock right there. Allows it to be used left-handed or right-handed quite easily. The flipper works quite nicely too. Reversible deep carry pocket clip. There you go. That is the Pulsara. All right, the next knife, or we'll call it a knife for now, is the Javelin from TRM, Three Rivers Manufacturing. And I say knife with a little bit of hesitation because the edges on this all titanium tool are not actually sharp. At least in this example here in front of me, it is a pokey tool.
It's knife shaped.
It's a knife-shaped object that is designed for piercing. The cost is $135. It's made in the US, of course. My favorite part is this little indentation for your thumb with some texture milled into it. So you've got a nice place to index your thumb. It helps you orient the blade properly to engage with it. Otherwise, it is chisel ground. You could put an edge on this if you want. Of course, come in with a stone along the flat here and then deburr the back. Keeping in mind, of course, this is made from titanium. It is not a material that is designed to hold an edge. Now, that has been covered. But it is an excellent self-defensive tool, of course. Comes with a leather pocket sheath right here. And I would say you could treat it like a pocket slip and just slide it into your pocket, but it does have the two posts here on the back, which are designed to work with an ulti clip, which is included, of course. So it'll sit perfectly stable wherever you decide to mount it with that clip, but it does preclude it from being as nicely slid into a pocket as though it were kept slim. I suppose if you really wanted to do that, you could grind that up, like cut them off with a hacksaw or grind them down, soften them up, do whatever. Once it's yours, it's yours. You can do what you want with it. You could even sharpen it. I mean, you could do anything you want with it. You might not be able to legally do everything to it, but you could do whatever you want to it. Big boy choices get big boy consequences. That's all I'm saying.
Possible.
Anyway, don't go like, we'll just leave it.
Lawyers insist we shut up.
Is the lawyer in the room with us right now? How about a couple of pocket-sized fixed blades that are designed for cutting, not just for poking? We've got from AUX Manufacturing the Runt and the Runt XL. A handful of versions of each of these are available, different colors, different price points. We'll start with the standard Runt. $69. You got a 2-inch 14C 28N blade with a, they call it rose gold PVD or rose PVD. It's not really rosy. It's kind of like a coppery look as far as I'm concerned. With green G10 handles, and the sheath is set up for neck carry in this case. Comes with the breakaway ball chain right there. And it is, put it in the correct orientation, highly effective. Weight is negligible. With sheath, we're less than 3 ounces, and the knife itself is only 1.42 ounces. Despite the small size, it feels rather secure in the hand with we'll say a 3-finger grip. Actually, shoot, maybe even a 2.5-finger grip for my slightly larger than average hands. Your mileage may vary, but I stand by the feeling or the statement that it does feel secure in the hand. Just the shape that it gives you works for grabbing onto it. And the edge itself, very, very thin. And Nitro V, of course, can take a very thin, fine edge quite nicely thanks to the toughness of the steel. It gives it really good edge stability. That's pretty cool. Let me see if the other versions, are they any less money? No, they're all $69 for the standard option, no matter which version you get. No, that's not correct. You can get it with a titanium handle for $100 or $99, or you could get the XL right here, which they start at $99 for G10 handled versions, or go up to about $129 for the titanium version, which I have right here. The steel is still 14C28N, but you've got a 3-inch clip point blade in this case, and a far more lengthy handle for a full 4-finger grip for my particular hand size. It's not incredibly thick, handle thickness-wise, but I'm trying to decide whether I care about that or not, or whether that hampers it really. As an EDC item, of course, it's going to carry rather slimly. It's sort of a trend we've got going on with a lot of today's kind of most newsworthy knives. So it's going to be unobtrusive while you carry it. The blade is nice and thin as well. I mean, check out how thin that blade is. That's super slicey. If you needed to press it into bigger work where you might be using it a while, even doing like wood carving stuff, my natural inclination would be that you would want more thickness here, but in hand, this is conjecture because I'm not actually carving something, but I bet it wouldn't feel that bad, even over longer periods of use. Something about just the overall shape, the amount of thickness or height here, the contour to the edge itself. I don't know. I think it works for me. I can't tell you any more than just conjecture right now, but hey, there you go. Comes with a Kydex sheath, and this is set up with the slim Dots style clip. 2 rows in this case, not Dots branded, but it's that same thing. Clicks in to that locked position there. Carries really nicely horizontal or vertically. If you did want to carry this horizontally, you could throw a Tech Lock or CIVIVI T clip on here, no problem, and could carry it that way. Or throw an ulti clip on it. It could be a pocket fixed blade. It could be a pocket fixed blade. Everything could be a pocket fixed blade. Just get bigger pants.
Folders.
You in the loopholes today. Come on, man. How about something else that could be a pocket fixed blade? This is the Mudpup 4, our latest that we've been able to bring you from Hellbender Blade Company. New knife manufacturer out of Ohio, and we're very happy to be able to help support them and to bring their products to you folks. And this falls into that category that I really like as sort of a universal survival knife. Stick with me. You know, some people when they think of survival knife think big Rambo style thing, and that's your jam. No shade, that is certainly valid. But what I like about a blade like this, it is just big enough to be a serious tool, but so compact that it is extremely easy to carry. And if it's easy to carry, you're probably going to have it on you when you need it. That's why I call it an ideal survival knife size. What is it, you say? Well, 3 3/4 inch blade, MagnaCut steel, super versatile drop point shape, great all around in the outdoors. It's thick enough there to do some batoning with in an emergency if you need to, splitting wood, and just doing whatever else. It could be a hunter, it could be a hiker, just all around good compact camp fixed blade. Look at that handle though. It's on the smaller side. First visually, I thought it was going to be too small for me because I do have, as you know, slightly larger than average hands. Sorry, I've hit that point a lot in today's video already. But I can just barely get all 4 fingers on it, which means it's got just barely enough. And for this type of usage, that's perfect. Like any more would be too much in a way. I like it. In this case, tricolor G10 on this one, but there are several handle flavors available. I don't know, what would this flavor be? Would it be like...
Rocky Road.
Ooh, I like that. So it's like Muddy Buddies, like the Chex Mix thing. It's the Muddy Buddy Mudpup. Yeah, think about it. Ooh, actually, you know what it is? It's s'mores.
Dang.
That's it, isn't it?
You gotta pretend you're right about something, man.
I dig it, man. I dig it a lot. Whoop! There's a Kydex sheath on the floor. Hang on.
Drop sheet.
The sheath retrieved from the floor is Kydex. Positive click in. It does come, this looks like the cold steel clips actually. Belt style clip with a retention hook on the bottom, but the sheath design is going to allow tech locks, ulti clips, pretty much any aftermarket solution you can think of thanks to the holes and slots arrangement. Next up, we have from Casstrom, the Lars Fält. It's F-A with the umlauts on it, which is not ah or ah. Yeah. previous versions of this, I remember having a Scandi grind. Now, you have the much more kind of everyday acceptable full flat grind. You could everyday carry a Scandi, don't come at me. But most people are gonna prefer, or typically do prefer this type of grind. $134 for this. You've got a really nice bushcraft inspired handle here of brown paperstone, which is similar to Richlight, which is similar to paper micarta. It's really cool, has a natural look to it, since it's 50% natural materials. That may not be an actual percentage there, but it's layers of paper and resin, basically. That's what you get here. Feels really nice. Blade is 3 inches long, 14C28N, lock back, and reversible tail-mounted deep carry pocket clip, which is really, really nice. There's the folded position. There's no opening mechanism other than just grab the blade and open it, boy, and you're ready to go. Feels pretty good in a full-fisted grip right there. So if you're using it for bushcrafty things where you really need to push into a cut, doing carving and that sort of thing you could do, or just everyday cuts where you need a bit more power, you've definitely got it there. But it does still handle quite neutrally and agilely, made in Sweden as well, if that was not mentioned. Next up, from Piratech, we've got new drops of the Saga Mag Snap frame lock folder right here. $380. You got a almost 3.6 inch blade, CPM S90V, with a hollow grind and a crown spine. Impeccable, very nice. Black DLC coating on this blade as well. Titanium handles with a Richlight scale or inlay, magnetic inlay in the front. Red Canyon Richlight in this case. You can see very similar mottled character as to the Lars Fält knife right there. The cool thing about the construction here, a completely uncluttered design. No screws or hardware is visible. You can, however, get in, just pull. Well, maybe I better close the blade before I do that, just because.
So close, boys.
Magnetic inlay there on front. So once you open that, you can get to the hardware. You can adjust the pivot if it does need its tension adjusted. Pop it back on, and away you go. And it's pretty hard for it to come off incidentally. You have to really get in there. It does have an indent here at the front to get your fingernail under, and then once you do that, it is pretty easy, but from any other angle, pretty much not something you've got to worry about. The frame lock keeps it nice and solid in that open position. The snap on the open feels great. Sounds pretty great too. Pretty cool. I think Seth may have shown some of these a couple weeks ago when he did one of the episodes for us, but new versions have come in since then, so make sure to check out the link in the description or that QR code up there, of course. While we're on that, should we mention the SMS giveaway one more time?
Sure.
Why not?
Reach all the way over there.
Oh, here it is. So if you're not subscribed to our SMS list, do that. Link in the description. We'll try to leave a QR code up here as well. Make sure you're signed. If you've signed up before and you didn't sign up for the giveaways, you can always do that again. Our current running giveaway is this 3-piece Benchmade kitchen knife set right here. CPM 154, Richlight handles, blade covers, the whole 9 yards. These go for $900 if you wanted to buy it new, or you could try your chances at winning one. Boop, boop. But if you'd rather buy a kitchen knife right now, how about this? A new series from Shun. This is the Shiranami series. This is the Chef 8-inch blade, and we've actually got it at, it's interesting, it's a new knife, and it is on sale at the moment. We must have some sort of like sale window going on. So it's just under $300 right now. Normally it's about $370, however. And it is a beauty. Might be my personal favorite Shun, makeup in the whole line right now. Immediately from the handles, Persian blue jute micarta. Love that. It looks great. It's got a bit of that burlap thing going on. And I love micartas, especially paper micartas, but all micartas I really like in kitchen applications because you can shine it up real nice like it is here, and yet still, when it gets wet, it starts to feel a little bit tackier. If you're cutting a lot of stuff that's getting your handles wet as you're cutting, that's not a bad thing. It's also offset really nicely by that white spacer there. Blade is a combination of VG10 and VG2 to create that wavy Damascus pattern right there. Looks great. Performance is going to be quite solid. And being a Shun, they're sharpened at a 15-degree angle per side, so it is very, 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 very slicey, which is a nice thing. And this one as well has a really nice rock when you hit the cutting board. Not the best I've ever felt, but pretty darn good. And I always appreciate that as opposed to something that clunks down. So yeah, check it out. You can get this. You can get several other flavors of the Shiranami right now. Starting, see, low price right now while they're on sale looks to be about $168 for the paring knife. But you can get a Santoku, you can get steak knives, master utilities, boning knives, fillet knives, nikiris, bunch of cool stuff. Check them out. Next up, we have the latest of 15V Spyderco sprint runs. This is the Native Chief. G10 handles in brown and 15V, of course. Crazy high edge retention while still being okay on the toughness front. It doesn't get crazy brittle like some of the other super high edge retention steels can get. And if you are unfamiliar with the story of 15V, once it's gone, it's gone. Spyderco secured as much of it as they could before Crucible went out of business. Niagara, the new owners of, who bought out Crucible's IP and all that other stuff, apparently is unable to make this steel. Their equipment can't get hot enough to do it. So once 15V is gone, it's gone. So keep that in mind. Price on this knife is $235 and change. You've got an over 4-inch blade of that 15V, kept nice and thin so it can still be very, very slicey. Tip, of course, very acute. Actual sharpened edge on it is a little bit less because you do have Spyderco's signature guarded finger choil right there for choking up on and getting finer control over it. Or you can kind of choke back and get that extra reach that you're looking for. 4-position pocket clip and mid-mounted lockback combined with an ambidextrous opening hole means this is a knife that can work for just about anyone's carry preferences. Next up, from Chaves Knives, we have the latest iterations of the Redencion Street right now. In integral format, so the handles are a single piece of titanium, also holding that frame lock in that single piece, which is just really cool. The cool thing about it, apart from being cool, is that it is extremely solid for a folding knife, especially when it brings the chunk like this one does for sure. The prices on these start at about $345. You can get them with a stonewash blade, stonewash handle, stonewash blade, stonewash handle black blade, or black handle black blade. I think that's all the combinations. And the drop point or the Tonto. Of course, it's kind of a mild Tonto, as you can see right there. But you've got the options. They are all compound ground. Even if you get, or either blade shape, has the hollow grind at the back, flat grind at the tip for a bit more strength. Comes with the Chaves skull clip and no visible screws from the outside. Some of the older ones have had the screws mounted on the outside, giving them like 4 sets of eyes, or 2 sets of eyes. The skull clip is nice and clean. Thomas, do you remember if these came with the standard clip in here, the cleaner clip?
What was extra clip?
Extra clip included?
Extra clip.
Very cool. So if you don't like the skull thing and like something a little more subtle, you can have that too. Action works great. Nice fine cut. Not quite as fine as some of the non-integral versions, but still very fine cut right there. Check them out. All right, we need a couple more affordable knives to bring things back around. Another CIVIVI here. This is the Vyrent with Nitro X7 steel, which is relatively new on the market. Who's it? Demco has really latched onto that steel as another cool option. It's a little less expensive than some of the powder metals, of course, but still gives you pretty good performance. $76 for this 3.5-inch drop point blade and contoured aluminum G10 handles, not titanium. Maybe my mind was, that's where my mind was when I was talking about this one earlier. I don't know.
Excuses.
I mean, yeah, what are you going to do? You could also get it in a machined black G10 handle that has some really cool milling going on with sort of a faux inlay in the middle. And that one is about $70, so a few dollars cheaper than this one. But there is shapeliness to the handle here. It feels great in my hands. There's enough thickness there for a fuller feeling grip, yet it's still built for slicing, not for hammering, which is a good thing. Don't hammer with knives. Reversible deep carry clip, flipper or thumb studs for opening it, and the flipper works great. I really can't get over how good that feels in the hand, man. That feels really, really nice. And it's typical CIVIVI quality too, so absolutely zero things to complain about how it is built. For even less money, we have the Quirk from Sencut, the budgetiest brand in the CIVIVI Sencut hierarchy. $39, 40 bucks. With a 3.4-inch D2 steel blade, so it's not stainless, but in that price range, good luck finding anything that can hold an edge better than D2. I mean, the edge-holding performance of D2, well established by this point. Kept fairly thin with a full high flat grind, so slicing is the name of the game here. Two-tone G10 handles, there's a few different flavors. There's even a Damascus blade. Was a Damascus blade option on this one? Or am I thinking of the other one? I'm thinking of the Vyrent. The Vyrent has a Damascus option, not this one. But there are a few different flavors you could have on this. Reversible deep carry pocket clip, liner lock, ball bearings. This Sencut is today where CIVIVI was when they first started out. Very, very high value knives, very affordable. And it's got the liners, it's got the ball bearing flippers, it's got the great action, it's got the great attention to detail. $39 for this knife is insane. We can say that about most Sencut knives. It just plain works and gives you plenty to work with. I mean, that is a full-sized medium knife right there. Next up, we have another series of 4 limited edition knives from WE honoring U.S. Armed Services. They keep doing like new batches, which is very interesting. Let's start with the Air Force knife today. This is the Tally. 3.91-inch M390 blade, very distinctive, little bit of that sort of modified reverse Tonto thing going on.
Good job, buddy.
Although when we had our Deca exclusive that looked like this, I think we called it Warncliffe.
Those were ignorant times.
Black titanium, very clean presentation. You've got some character holes at the back and the pivot at the front with no screw head. The adjustment can happen from the back side. Works really nicely. There's the folded position, flips nicely despite the very small protrusion of the flipper tab right there. Works really good. I'm not going to spend too much time on all these individually because they're full-size WE titanium frame lock flippers. They're built great. Full stop. So the difference is mostly aesthetic between all of these. This is the Gunwale, obviously a Navy inspired thing. There you go. Words. And on all of these, various different finishes are available, and all just like this. Just under $400 for this, 3.87-inch M390 clip point blade with compound grinds, flipper tab. There you go. Really cool kind of, I'm guessing like rivet inspired accents there in the holes.
Portholes?
Portholes? I don't know what the lines are. Do they signify something in particular? I'm not sure. But it's cool. 210 pieces worldwide on this one. They are all serialized. Let me check this other one to see if this one's serialized. This is 107 of 200. And then after that, we have the third knife in the Army collection. This is the Trax. Tank, get it? 3.8-inch M390 blade. These start at about $365, I think. This one might be a little bit more. Cool patterns going on. Titanium frame lock flipper. Built great. This one is number 84 of 210 right there with the drop point blade. This next one is almost exactly the same shape, but has a clip point blade and slightly different appointments going on. And this one starts at 320, or this particular one is 323. This is the Temper, which is a Marine-inspired version. 3.93-inch blade, $323. This is 117 of 210. But yeah, you can see these two very similar in how they do their thing. They're cool. They're very cool, and they're built very well, and they are limited, so keep that in mind. And that's all we have for today, folks. Let me know what you thought of the knives down in the comments. And if you want to get your hands on any of them yourselves, links in the description. We'll take you to KnifeCenter.com. Don't forget to sign up for our SMS newsletter giveaways, as well as our Knife Rewards program, so you can earn some free money to spend on a future purchase. I'm David C. Anderson from the Knife Center. That's all for now. We're signing off. See you next time. Thomas behind the camera. I forgot to give you credit. I'm sorry.
Yeesh.
He's right there. Always doing his thing. And we appreciate it very much.
Everything.